I was the first person online to be talking about Jake Paul versus Canelo was a real fight. Haven't I been talking about that all year? Bruh, why y'all running off with the news acting like you don't know who the first one that brought it to you? Haven't I been talking about Jake Paul versus Canelo? You see how I'm gone for a couple of days and they forget who the one who actually brought the news to them? Y'all gonna stop coming to my page always talking about what some fake news that's coming out. Or you gonna end up looking crazy. Now y'all got real sporting outlets, real boxing outlets talking about Jake Paul versus Canelo. Man. Hey man, when y'all gonna start talking about real boxing news, man? Canelo versus Jake Paul? Y'all stooping down that low now? I hear people complaining about Conor McGregor versus Mayweather right now. But they want to sit around here, on the other hand, make a Jake Paul versus Canelo fight right now. That desperate. Oh, I just got to see Jake Paul lose. The Tommy Fury fight. So many people did not tune into that fight. So they don't even know that Jake Paul already lost. So many people have not tuned into the fight, so they don't even know. They don't know. They don't know anything. If Jake Paul, to be honest with you, if Jake Paul ain't fighting an American, it really don't matter. All the fights when he ain't fighting no American, his fights ain't really jumping off like that. If y'all want to hear the truth, think about it. I'll give you a minute. What fights do y'all like the most that Jake Paul's been in? What do those guys look like? Where they from? So, Jake Paul and Canelo, yeah, that's a real fight. I wonder why. I wonder why Canelo can do fights like that. And these other guys from America, they say they have to fight real fights. And they're not fighting anybody. But the King of Kings, he get to fight a YouTuber. Why? Because Mike Tyson did it at 58? Standards are so low in boxing. It's very sad. Paydays. Everybody talking about the Mayweather messed it up with all this money talk. Mayweather ain't never ran around. He ain't asked for that much money to fight Canelo. So that gotta be a lie. Mayweather did not ask for no $100 million to fight Canelo. And Canelo is not 50 years old. The man just touched 30 a couple of years ago. So what is going on out here, really? Yeah, man, it ain't no real boxing news being talked about the last couple of months. See, everything that people think I be lying about, or I'm just putting out news, and why is he talking about Jake Paul? I done did lives where I was talking about Canelo and Jake Paul. You can type in my name with Canelo and Jake Paul. It'll be some videos popping up. This is old news that everybody talking about. I was just talking about nothing. Now this man actually talking about getting in the ring with Jake Paul for a certain amount of money. And the media is pushing for it now. Desperate. You might as well put that man in the ring with Triple G. You might as well put Jake Paul in the ring with Triple G at this point. Give the man another $100 million. I heard y'all giving that out for free now. Go ahead and put another $100 million in Triple G pockets. Put him in the ring with Jake Paul. He done slowed down. That'll be a very competitive fight for Jake Paul. Triple G off the couch right now will be tough for Jake Paul, so we already know that. Put him in a ring with Triple G. Makes perfect sense. Makes absolutely perfect sense. But y'all thought, a lot of people sitting here, Benavidez, he got to fight somebody and prove himself, man. Before he get in the ring with Canelo, he got to sell some pay-per-views. And who has he fought? He got to prove himself first. That's what Canelo really want to see. He just want to see him prove himself. They went from all that talk to now it's, He on the downside. Jake Paul versus Canelo. How he on the downside of his career? And he younger than Lomachenko is by like 2 or 3 years. Like 3 years younger than Loma and Usyk. He 3 years younger than Usyk. Y'all trying to ask Usyk to fight 50 different people right now, but Canelo fights nobody. Who said that Canelo fight bigger names than Usyk? Usyk older, and he fighting big names, and he fighting the top guys at an old age. Man, these dudes ain't the best y'all talking about, man. Prove you the best. Oh, Usyk got to prove that he the best at 37? Stop it. Like I was saying, been telling y'all Jake Paul versus Canelo. These dudes ain't been talking about no real fights over the last couple of months. Y'all starting to realize that now. But I heard people talking about Pitbull versus Tank. Then everybody said that fight ain't happening. Then after Pitbull lost to Rayo, I heard a whole bunch of people talking about some Rayo and Tank was gonna fight. I mean, Pitbull and Tank was gonna fight next, and they had that planned. But these dudes is weirdos out here. Straight up weirdo on both sides. On both sides. Straight up weirdos. Same excuses, different fighters. Straight up weirdos. I've heard dudes, Canelo put rehydration clause on almost anybody. And I've heard people say, man, Tank be putting down rehydration. So does Canelo. You that much of a fan of a man that you ain't gonna sit up here and acknowledge the truth? Told these dudes, Jake Paul. Some people think I just get on here and be like, man, you just be talking. Then you be having dudes talking to me all day, they be hating. Dudes that be talking to me all day be a hater. All day, be hating. The whole time. Oh, what's up, man? Straight up hater. Bro, why y'all coming around me if you don't like what I'm saying? Why? Because what I'm saying is true, but you don't like it? That's weird. Get away from me. Now they talking about Jake Paul and Canelo. That's why I don't hop on other pages like that no more in boxing. I used to have fun looking at other people talking about boxing. But everybody talking about the same news every day. Everybody talks about the same news story every day. Every day is the same news stories. Same ones. Same news stories. Jake Paul versus Canelo. Man, I made a live about that in February and March. And guess what? Jake Paul wasn't getting that much attention about his fights. He really wasn't getting a lot of attention. Other than the Mike Tyson thing that was getting built up, he wasn't getting a lot of attention when it came to people talking about him fighting. Because he fought like twice this year already before Mike Tyson. And nobody cared at all. Be honest with you. They talked more about his undercard fight than they did the main event. So it is what it is. It is what it is. These guys should be thanking Mike Tyson for putting a light back on them, because really ain't nobody went and talked about Jake Paul recently. At all. And really, he still ain't, all he did was go out there and go some rounds with Mike. He went out there destroying Mike, man. I don't know what y'all were looking at, man. I don't know what y'all were looking at. Like I said, the names, man, is bigger than the actual sport now. That's why we have guys who with 100 million, 150 million followers. That's going to be able to do their thing, because it's like, as long as you got the followers, you good. It ain't about skill no more. It ain't about skill. But the standards, though, is weird. Then Canelo told me, yeah, Benavidez, man, he too big, man. Jake Paul, just as big as Benavidez. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Just as big as Benavidez.